I don't dictate the market. The market is dictated by what's happening now. We're seeing salaries go down a little bit, less remote work, wanting you to know a little bit more skill sets, to be more lean, to be able to do more things so they can feel like they're getting the value out of you. So the days of just knowing sometimes about like one thing are coming to an end unless you're kind of grandfathered into a role, or unless maybe you might be in the government or a company that's not moving in that way. One of the things I kind of want to talk about, and other stuff may come to my mind, I did pod today with my guy, Clyde Freeman. I think it's pretty cool. We had a good conversation about kind of what you consider tech, or who you consider technical, or what you consider in the space. I think that was good. I think what I want to touch on is one of the issues I'm starting to see now. I see where people come from when they talk about tech grifting. And specifically, I'm going to relate getting into tech similarly to MLM processes. And I'll tell you why I say that. If anybody's familiar with MLMs use the same type of story to draw you in. Some sad story. I was making $3 a day or $100 a week, and I've met this opportunity, and now I've changed my life. I'm a six-figure earner, and I make all this money. That is what people do to try to get you guys into cybersecurity. And now the time that they're advertising for you to get in takes like shorter and shorter amount of time. What I want to say is that that's just totally untrue. Like, you cannot spend 45 days. First of all, I like to get people on my page. So listen, if you're listening to this and you think I'm taking a shot at you, I might be, I might not be. But if you're interested in having a conversation and coming on my podcast and talk about it, hit me up. I take everybody to come on the show and we can talk about like where we disagree at. But I want you guys now to kind of use more of your common sense when it comes to trying to, first of all, you say getting tech, but now specifically even cybersecurity. There's no way possible that someone can guarantee people with no experience to get into cybersecurity in 45 days.
That's stupid. Use your common sense. Don't forget the blogs. Forget how you feel about me. Hate me if you want to, love me if you want, but just use your common sense.
And if it happened for somebody, cool. We focus on the majority, not the minority. Now, why am I saying that? Because there's been a wave. I've seen like 2 different people talking about, I'll get you in cybersecurity in 45 days, remote job, and something else. Hopefully, after I record this, I'll be able to post the stats right here so you can see it. Remote jobs are becoming few and far between. It is no longer the pandemic. People want people in office. The people who work remote has been reserved for the people with the skill sets that can be remote, people that have proven that they can do things while working remote. And it's for the companies who may be in cities where they can't attract the talent that they need to, so they are open to being remote so they can appeal to a wider talent, so they can appeal to a wider talent pool. And you may be watching this right now and say, how are you qualified to say that? I've been career coaching pretty much for 4 years now. I've talked to different people from all type of backgrounds, all different skill sets. I'm very much so inclined to talk about this because I have consultations with these people. People are constantly telling them the wrong thing. I need to find a stat on how long it says it takes to master something. But I want you to understand something. How can you go from knowing absolutely nothing, right? And we're just saying no experience, right? Now, granted, people have transferable skills, but I'm able to see that on a one-on-one basis when we meet up and talk, and I figure out, hey, what is your actual skill set? What did you do in the previous roles that you did? But how are you able to, why do you think you're able to go from that into the bare minimum of studying pretty much a month and 15 days to be in the cybersecurity? I want you to kind of think about that. If you're a person that's been entertaining something that's telling you a short path to get into cybersecurity, you need to ask them, okay, what type of role will I be getting in cybersecurity? Or are you saying I'm gonna get in here and if I just land a job, you're gonna say I'm in cybersecurity? There are better options out there. Like I said, right now I'm gonna drop a plug right now for Course Careers, their IT course. I have a link in the bio. I'm gonna put it like a little graphic up right here. But if you want to get into cybersecurity, realize there are some entry-level cybersecurity roles, but what I've noticed is companies are being a little bit more leaner and requiring you to know more skill sets. So if you don't have any experience, it may be hard for you to get in. So start off with some type of feeder type of position in order to bolster your skill set so you look better when you're applying to those cybersecurity roles. So check out the Course Careers IT course. Now, to build on some more skills, then you can go ahead and you can go into the Level Careers cybersecurity course because they have projects. Projects are everything. Projects help you stand out and how you draw together all the skills that you learn, and you can talk about them in an interview. But I like I said, I don't care about the price. If somebody can show me and verify that every student they help, and granted, every is hard. If they can show me 30 to 40%, 50% people that they help and not people you just paying for a testimonial. Listen, I'm calling it all out. Y'all love me, I love y'all. And I gotta tell y'all, it's some fugazi stuff going on. And people ain't got their first or last name and you can't tell who they are. You can go on my testimonials, my video testimonials, and find out who these people are. And if you want to know who they are, I'll give you their LinkedIn profile. If you go to my page and say, who are these people? I'll give it to you. Because I don't believe in that. So, because it's easy for me to go pay some people on Upwork or something, hey, I need you to read me a testimonial off and say I helped you. Why? Is my goal not to help y'all get into cybersecurity or IT type of career, or is my goal to just try to make money off y'all? My goal is to try to help y'all. So that's why you don't see me boast everywhere just making unreasonable claims to you guys, because I don't dictate the market. I don't dictate the market. The market is dictated by what's happening now. We're seeing salaries go down a little bit, less remote work, wanting you to know a little bit more skill sets, to be more lean, to be able to do more things so they can feel like they're getting the value out of you. So the days of just knowing sometimes about like one thing are coming to an end unless you're kind of grandfathered into a role, or unless maybe you might be in the government or a company that's not moving in that way. So I would tell you, hey, it's a funny thing, during the podcast, one of the things we were talking about the passion or trying to keep learning, how you say, keep yourself current. That's why I tell everybody, okay, you got into tech, now what? It's hard to make a career out of this thing, man. It's hard to stay on the up and up. I'm able to do it because I push myself to learn different things and stay relevant and network with people and show my skill set. I see different things, in work environments that I'm able to talk to and write down in interviews. So one of the things I want you to do right now is, hey, you're trying to get into cybersecurity, specifically if you want to get into the blue team, incident response, SOC, forensics, you need to start writing down anything you experienced at work, regardless if you're in cybersecurity or not, that may have been an incident. And go find a ticket and see what they did on it, or ask somebody so you can write it down so you can learn from it. That's going to help you figure out how do attackers think. Because if you've never seen it, you don't know. You can read about it, but when you live it, it's much easier to actually talk about it verbatim and say the things that you did and you checked. That's how you stand out, is showing your skill set. Now, I know it's 2024. One of the past issues we had, of people kind of duping everyone was just kind of showing them some lavish lifestyle. Like I said in the pod, there are only a few people that actually say, hey, I've been doing this for 10, 15 years, and I have all these other endeavors going on, and that's how I'm able to live my life like this. And then there are the people who maybe want you to get into their specific program, and they may say, yo, if you want to be on a private jet they might say, if you want to be on the private jet sipping Moet, like, hey, get into cybersecurity. Which I could say they may not be lying about, right? However, it takes a long time to get that senior, that principal level salary, that skill set, unless your skill set is elite. There are only a few people I know in the young years that got an elite skill set that are making more than $150,000. No, that are making more maybe than 105, 115,000 base. It's only a few people I know, and I'm just charged with being honest with y'all, real. And it's a hard market. And y'all may say, well, you selling stuff too. I am, but people know that they've been able to work with me for a long time, other than anybody I ever worked with. Like, I've worked with people for like throughout the year because I'm trying to help them get something, versus just kicking them out after, their time has lapsed with the coaching. No, I don't do that. Not yet. Eventually, maybe when I can kind of offboard you or do something else, but no, because I'm dedicated to try to help you. I'm dedicated to show you, hey, this is why they didn't like you. Hey, you're not answering these questions straight up. This answer was a little wavy. You're not looking confident on camera. I do all that type of stuff. Why? Because I'm willing to help you. I'm willing to be honest with you. I'm willing for you to fall out with me based on what I say about what you're doing in an interview in order to help you succeed. Not many people like that. Like I said, many people just want your money. I would probably be in a year or something right now if I wanted to lie to you, because I know how to do the game. I can go buy a big house. I can go rent a car. And if you want to do this, you can be like me and get in cybersecurity too. But I wouldn't be able to sleep doing that to my fans, to my subscribers. That's why right now I don't care about how many subs got. I'm thankful for the people that's rocking with me right now, because y'all are the real ones, and y'all reciprocate what's real. I don't have a lot of fake subscribers. Y'all been here since I was recording on the front-facing camera of my Google Pixel, I think 3 at the time, with bad audio, bad lighting. Y'all been here. So that's why I rock with y'all, man. And that's why I want y'all to always know, be honest. Like I said, sometimes people reach out to me about some of the stuff that's in my affiliate codes. I tell them, hey, I did my due diligence. For what I know now, these people are solid. I was like, as soon as they stop being solid, you won't see them in my description. Because that's how I am. I only share stuff that I think will help you succeed. Like, when it comes to cyber, there are some entry-level roles. And trust me, what I know behind the scenes, a lot of y'all can do these jobs. A lot of the foundational stuff is not being done at some of these companies. And unfortunately, some of you guys will never get a chance to show your skill set because if they try to do this type of stuff. They want to say you need 5 years experience but pay you like entry level. So of course not some of you guys in there, but trust me, from what I know, there is definitely ways that people with not a lot of skill set can get in here. And that way is by networking. That's the only way. And I'm not talking about networking and then branding and making yourself an influencer. I'm just talking about simply networking. Somebody, hey, putting your head down, but maybe every third Monday of the month, you got a project or a report you did and you posted off of Medium. And so now whoever follows you is looking at your page every third Monday of the month. Oh, what did they do today? What did they do today? But then make it a little current. Then fixate on some of the new things that are going on. What type of mitigations would you put in place? Why am I telling you all this? Why am I taking this free game? These are some of the things you may be asking in an interview. These are some of the things how you can set yourself apart. Like, yeah, you don't have the experience, but you came in with a game plan on how to critique their specific problem and nobody else did, but you don't have the experience. So I know a lot of times you fixate on experience. I do too. A lot of some stuff you won't know if you don't know. But if you're able to just do some research and figure out, okay, most people are getting hacked because of this. Or, hey, I've thought of a way of how to prevent people using their phones to scan QR codes, in the environment. I figured out how to do that. Those things, that's hard. That's like the biggest one right now. The QR code come in, how do you determine, well, unless the message, like if the message is delivered, right? How do you determine, hey, did they click on the attachment? Did they scan it? You won't see any information until after something happens and you see something sketchy on a If they scan a QR code, you won't see anything unless they actually enter their credentials. Then you'll start seeing suspicious behavior, which is the part. This is a gap that people are actively trying to address. And right now it's hard because it doesn't show directly on your network because you could be on 5G. So it's one of the things that companies are steady working on. I know DLP companies and the MDM companies are probably working on a solution for that. And it can feel a little intrusive if you say, hey, we're going to disable the cameras. Right? Because sometimes you may need your camera to set up actual MFA. So that is a different story for a different day, but it's definitely something to look into if you're a person looking to change the world. But I want to close it out with telling you guys that if you are wanting to get into cybersecurity or any type of job in tech, there's nothing wrong with taking your time and doing things the right way. And I don't mean saying like not doing a boot camp. I just mean putting for your due diligence and finding something that's going to be reputable, that's going to give you the experience and projects to land a job. This 30-day, 45-day type of stuff, that's too fast. Like, how could you? I want you guys to remember when we were in school and we learned all these stuff every 9 weeks and then we forgot it. That's what's going to happen to you. Like I've said, I'm a person that passed Sec Plus with like really not a lot of experience. I read the book, I finished it in like a week, and I took it that summer and I passed it without even doing the what were they called? Not scenario questions, whatever they call. They have like walkthroughs. I cannot think of what they call. But anyway, I didn't do any of those questions right because my laptop at the time, the disc player was messed up, so I didn't know how to do those. Because the Comparion book used to come with a CD, but I passed it, but I wasn't ready for a job. So that's all I'm trying to say to you is like, hey, it's okay, man. Take your time. I know people that's taking their time, say, I'm gonna learn this, and this. I've been with clients that have came out with a whole roadmap, and they really did their thing. Like, shocked me to where I started making me a roadmap. You know what I'm saying? Watch out for the people who do not have your best interests at heart, where they are really trying to overcharge you for a short-term amount of success. Now, they could probably try to hit you with the, oh, what are you going to invest in yourself type of speech. But when it comes to that, it's an investment, but it's an investment that won't yield those results in that short amount of time. You can book it.
Thanks, just golden chick. What can I get you?
Yeah, can I get the 6-piece wicked wings?
Okay. The combo or buy and sell?
The combo.
And the side and drink?
For the side, let me get the jalapeno poppers.
What was the side?
The jalapeno popper things.
Poppers and the drinks?
Do you guys have water?
Just the water, okay.
Yeah, can I do the bottled water?
Bottled water, okay.
And
anything else for you?
That'll be it.
Oliver told.
Thank you. I know y'all gonna laugh. Your boy had to get some chicken, man. But nobody's cooking at the house, and I already got the fams' food in here, but I didn't want that. But I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna leave you with this, and then I'm ending it. The last thing I want to say is, do not be afraid of the hard times that may be ahead. We always tend to grow in a time when we are uncomfortable, and that's when I've grown the most. So don't run away from challenges, embrace them. We were talking about in the pod about like funny stuff or getting swarmed or whatever on Twitter, but do you guys remember when Bane was talking to Batman on The Dark Knight Rises, and he was like, you merely, what he said, you adopted the dark, but I was born in it. A lot of us was born into chaos. A lot of us was born into overcoming adversity and getting past these struggles and doing what we got to do. So take that in stride and do what you got to do when it comes to living the life you want to live and putting in the work you want to do. If you just put your head down and put in the work for 6 months to a year, a lot can change. And that's what I'm going to end you with. But y'all keep on tuning in, subscribe to the Patreon, check out the next podcast that's dropping. I appreciate everybody that rock with me, and I'm out.